Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Spotfire session. Today we're going to talk about Spotto in the workplace. So I don't know about you, but when I had young kids, one of our great distractions when we were going for longer drives was to play Spotto, and then obviously you just keep playing Spotto all the time. But it was a great fun game where basically we would see yellow cars and we would count them when we went on trips. And to this very day, if I've got the kids in the car, even though they're adults, and we see a yellow car, chances are somebody will yell out Spotto. It was just a fun thing we did. Sometimes when we went bush, we would see horses, and if you saw a horse, you'd call out horse. It was just a fun thing to do. And basically what's happening there is our brain is filtering out information, because otherwise we would be completely overwhelmed by the amount of information that we have to process every day. And our brain has a system to help us filter out all of the noise and all of the information and to focus on the things that are really important to us. And it is a reticular activating system. And there are a few things that we will always notice. And so if somebody calls our name, even if they say it softly, we will hear that. And so often my name is Kate, and sometimes people say hey, and I think hey might sound like Kate, and so my ears prick up. But I'm listening out for my name, I'm listening out for danger and being aware of that, and then I will focus on things that I am concerned about at any given time. So if I'm playing Spotto driving the car, I will see yellow cars, and thank you to anybody who's ever bought a yellow car for making my life so much more enjoyable and helping me manage children on long car trips. And we do it in the workplace. And sometimes we do it in a positive way, and sometimes we do it in a negative way. So one of the things that I often come against is people will come up to me and they will tell me that this person is always late, or this person is not preparing food correctly, or this person is doing something over and over and over again that is not correct. And what they do is they can tell you how many times every day that they have broken the rules. And so they're just looking for this person's poor performance. And one of the things that I'm acutely aware of is that the more that you go looking for it, the more you'll find it. So if you're looking for a problem or a mistake, you'll find them. They're really easy to find. Sometimes what's harder to find and to see is the good. So if somebody turns up late for work 3 out of 5 days, often we will say, you're late the majority of the time, and we'll focus on that. And we'll say, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late. But they're actually been on time twice, but we don't focus on that. And so by doing that, we're giving this so much energy. And the person who's late, who is also potentially getting away with this, because the worst that is happening is they're just being reminded how often they're late, continues to be late. It's like, I'm late. And it seems to become the focus of our energies. Whereas if you want to change the behaviour and you want this side to go up, then you need to focus on it. So when somebody comes to work and they're on time, you don't need to make a fuss and you don't embarrass them by going, oh my God, you're on time. But you might say, good morning, lovely to see you here this morning, and you don't give lots of energy to that. I have 3 grandchildren who are 3 and under, and their parents are really good at not focusing on the behaviour they don't want. So they want them to say please and thank you, so you encourage please and thank you. But if they break something or if something goes wrong, you tend not to make a fuss. I don't want to give that lots of energy. I want to give the good behaviour, the behaviour that I'm wanting more of. I want to give that energy. So let's focus on that. So our brain will see what we're focusing on. And in the workplace, when we're really stressed, one of the things that we will see all the time are the problems and the mistakes. And they in themselves become quite overwhelming, because it just takes you further and further down this path, because you keep seeing more and more of the problems and the mistakes rather than seeing the good things that your team are doing. And then this creates a negative work environment, whereas this creates a positive work environment. And that's what we want more of. We want people to want to come to work, we want them to be engaged, we want them to do the right thing. So when we see people doing well, we catch them doing good. It's great to see you here today. Thank you so much for being on time, really appreciate it. That's fantastic. And you don't embarrass them, you don't say that in front of other people, but just say, thank you so much for being on today, I really appreciate it, because we've got lots of things we need to do, and this is what we need to do going forward. You make a fuss of what you want more of. So when I'm working with teams, and I'll talk about this more coming forward, but we deliberately go looking for invisible work. We go looking for the good things that people are doing that generally don't get recognised, and we call those out. And we make a fuss about those, and we include those in our regular team meetings, because when we do that, we're going to get more of that behaviour, and people are going to see more of that behaviour, and then they're going to thank people for that behaviour, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you'll get more of what you focus your attention on. So if you do have somebody who's regularly late, or who doesn't do their job in a way that you would like them to do on a regular basis, the more you keep telling them that they're not doing a good job and that they are late or they're failing or whatever, the more that they're probably going to get stuck in that space, and the more you're going to see it. And it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy in the wrong direction. They will get worse and worse and worse, and you will see it. You will see it. And the thing is that if you are looking for it, it is amazing what you can see when you go looking for it. I don't know if you've ever done this test, but there's all of these things that you can do. But I was looking at one the other day on Facebook, and it said, count the number of red items in this picture. And you count them through, and there's 10. And then without looking at the picture, tell us how many yellow things you see. Well, you can't do it. You can't. You're not looking for the yellow, so you don't see the yellow things. So your brain will always focus on what you are giving attention to, what you are giving energy to. So you get to choose. As the leader, you get to choose. Will it be positive or will it be negative? And I promise you, if you keep looking here, you'll find more and more gold. If you keep looking here, then the culture and the feeling within the organisation will continue to deteriorate. So it's your choice. You choose. All right, I hope that was useful to you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Cheers.